So how is it going, guys, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 video. And today I'm going to be doing somewhat of a review or overview of the Wasteland Workshop DLC. I'm going to be highlighting some of the good parts about it, some of the not so good parts about it, and in general just give my opinion and sort of overview of this DLC in general. Now when it comes to DLCs like this, I've always said there's two types of Fallout players. There's the Fallout players sort of like me that have played through the game several times with several different character builds and stuff like that, but never really took a major interest in the whole settlement thing. You know, of course I've used settlements before, you know, I've used them to an extent, but I've never really dived into it like the other types of Fallout players where they go full on, you know, hard on it. They'll, you know, invest a lot of time into it, build some pretty awesome settlements. I mean, I've seen some crazy things coming from you guys in terms of settlements, and just in general learn a lot about them. And you know, I was on the other side, I didn't really know too much about it because I didn't really invest too much time into it. So when the DLC first dropped, I was like a huge amateur with everything. It just felt like I was like a complete noob, and if you was watching my first live stream, you guys would know how crazy of a noob I actually was. But eventually when I got to learn about the new stuff, when I learned how to use it all, when I actually got it all going, it was pretty awesome. It was a very enjoyable experience, especially when setting up arenas and having, you know, creature battles going on like I did the other day on stream. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that the DLC is only $5, and of course a DLC like this is mainly tailored towards people out there who enjoy settlements the most, but at the same time sparks a lot of interest from the other Fallout players like me. You know, one of the main features that I was really looking forward to is not only the big, you know, the huge creature battles that you can have, but the fact that you can tame like a Deathclaw or tame a Yalguai or any creature that you want simply by putting a cage down, hooking that cage up to a switch, and then hooking the switch up to a power source, which by the way, there's a brand new power source in the game now, which is pretty awesome for you settlement lovers out there, known as the fusion generator, which generates 100 power, which means that you can have all of your power running to one generator now rather than a bunch of large generators around your settlements. But I mean, it's as simple as that. You know, once you've placed your cage down, once you've hooked it up to power sources and stuff like that, and you've captured the creature, as long as you have a beta wave emitter down, you can have that creature run around your settlement almost like a pet for your settlement, or just once again like a tame creature, which is freaking damn awesome. Having these Deathclaws, having these Yalguais just roam around, it is just in general an awesome feature in my opinion. Now, in terms of brand new settlement options that have been added to the game with this, I feel as though it mainly caters towards the console players out there, and the reason why I say that is because for those of you who play on PC, a lot of you guys would know that there is mods out there that easily top anything the Wasteland Workshop has added in terms of settlement options. I mean, there's stuff like Homemaker, extended settlements or expanded settlements and stuff like that. I'll leave a few mods down in the description down below that really go all out in terms of customization and building stuff for your settlements. And even for the PC players out there that don't like to use mods, and once again, specifically towards the console players as well, this is a really awesome addition. From the brand new concrete structures in the game, brand new concrete walls, the curved walls, the triangle walls as well that you can put down. Of course, you have, you know, the powered doors and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. We have the brand new decorations in the game, such as the mounted creatures from, you know, a mounted Deathclaw head, a Mylar King head, and you name it, whichever creature that you want is pretty much there for you to now have mounted on it to your wall. We have the lettering system now, so you can go ahead and place letters down on certain chests or crates in the game and actually name them, and other areas as well. Of course, you can do this. In addition to that, of course, we have the neon signs as well, where you can put up your own neon signs whichever way that you like. I've seen some really funny ones where people are like renaming sanctuary and stuff like that with different signs, which is pretty funny. And then we have a lot of the miscellaneous stuff like campfires, candles, you have the fire barrels that have been added. Of course, you have the brand new way to power your whole settlement with the fusion generator, which produces 100 power. We have the brand new lights that have been added to the game, from the subway lights, the brand new ceiling lights, the yellow table lamps, the street lights. There's a bunch of different lighting systems as well that you guys can check out in the video, and that's pretty much the main core of it from the actual settlement options. And then we have the other side of that, of course, which, or what I like to call the other side of that, which is the brand new cages, the brand new arena kind of fights that you can set up, and that whole side of it with the brand new defenses, you know, the brand new traps. We have the brand new trap door, we have the powered spring trap, the normal spring trap, the saw blade trap, and of course the spike trap there as well. So in general, there's a lot of things that have been added to not only kind of clean up your settlements and make them look better, Of course, they're going to be more efficient now with this as well. And of course, with the brand new additions, it does add a little bit more of a playability into that. And in general, a lot more longevity for the long run. Now, in terms of arena battles and kind of creature battles, it doesn't really feel like it should. It feels like, especially with settler fights, this is mainly for settler fights. When you're doing creature versus creature, it's kind of as you would expect, I guess. But with settler versus settler, it can be a real pain to set this up. Not only for the fact that, of course, when you place down your arenas, you have the blue team, the red team. You have to go ahead and assign a different settler to each one. You know, if you go ahead and assign them and you don't keep them away from each other, they're going to start shooting each other in your settlement regardless. They'll start shooting each other before they even reach there, which is kind of crazy and sort of annoying at the same time. You have to sort of build around this and, you know, kind of capture them in there and keep them in there. And then eventually, once they're in there, that's when you can unleash them, I guess, and have them fight off against each other. Now, the one thing for me is, once again, it just doesn't feel like this was properly added to the game. It feels like it's almost, they've just added where like you can place two AI just fight against each other. There's no real betting system with your settlers, which I kind of felt like was going to come from the trader and stuff like that. I feel like that would have been awesome. You know, gathering your settlers up and having them rally and, you know, kind of choose which one's going to win. I feel like that would have been an awesome part to add to this. And, you know, once again, it just doesn't feel like what I wanted it to be in terms of that. Now, the creature battles are sort of the same. You know, I wish once again you could bet on this kind of stuff. But, you know, creature battles are a lot more fun in my opinion. You can have, you know, a bunch of these kind of cages down, have them kind of go into the middle. You can put a bunch of traps down like I was doing, and you can have them fight to the death. And kind of, you know, I was interacting in the chat with you guys. We was having like a kind of wars to see which one would win. You guys were putting your opinions in the chat, saying which one that you thought was going to win. And then sometimes the odd one out would win. Like I had one where I had like 3 death claws, 3 Yaoguai. I had like all these different types of creatures, and then I had 2 gunners, and the 2 gunners actually ended up winning, which was kind of weird at the time. So it's really fun in that sense, and it's really fun in general, but I just feel like it could definitely have had a lot more features added to that rather than just being what it is. I mean, the AI system in Fallout already is pretty bad. I mean, sometimes they don't listen, sometimes you have it where they're walking into walls, they won't go through doors. I've had it where I've had to remove walls just to get them through there and stuff. It can be very frustrating just to manage the AI system in Fallout, and I just kind of wish there was more features added to the core aspect of that. But either way, it's really enjoyable. I genuinely got my money's worth out of this just from the creature battles and the arena battles itself, setting that up and just having a blast kind of watching them all go out against each other, and that's where I had kind of my core fun with this. Now I guess the question is the DLC worth it? And in my opinion, totally. I mean, I guess if you're a settlement lover, this is 100% worth it. And even if you're not, it has things in there that if it sparks your interest, I mean, it's only $5, it's definitely worth it in my opinion. You know, once again, I feel like not only just me, but a bunch of Fallout players sort of go through periods where you're just waiting on DLC to sort of go back to the game and really get stuck into the game properly. And it's DLCs like this, once again, coming from a non-settlement player before, that really bring the game back to life for a little bit until the next DLC comes out. So that's what my sort of opinion on it. I think it's definitely worth it, even for you non-settlement players out there, to sort of get involved in it and kind of experience it. And I feel as though like this DLC is just mainly tailored toward console players. I feel like there's a lot more stuff available on the PC version that can sort of match up what this DLC does have to offer. But anyway, that is my opinion on this DLC, and I guess it's always down to your opinion. Whatever you feel like is a good feature that you're going to have fun with, I guess is really going to sway whether or not you will want to purchase this in the long run. But anyway, I will be streaming today. I know I said yesterday that I was going to stream, or I said yesterday that I was maybe going to stream, but I had a bunch of stuff that came up, and unfortunately, I couldn't get around to doing it. So if everything goes to plan today, if YouTube doesn't mess up, because it can mess up a lot with streaming, I will be streaming today. If not, I will update you guys on Twitter. And basically, all you have to do is tune into the channel around 2 or 3 hours after this video goes live, and you should see that pop up in your sub box. You can come hang out in the chat. I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of shout outs. You can ask a bunch of questions. I'll be interacting with you guys, and I'm going to be doing those huge arena fights. I do have a few set up, bigger than I ever have done before. And of course, if you do want to tune into that, feel free to do so in a few hours after this video. Anyway, as always, if you did enjoy this video today or did find it helpful, you guys have been smashing the likes recently. If we can try and keep that up once again, we're trying to smash 2,000 likes on this video. That would be awesome. And I'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.